In an era of rapid technological advancement and optimism, the airship was seen as the future of transatlantic travel. The early 20th century was a time when the world was enamored with the idea of airship travel. These floating behemoths of the sky were not just a symbol of human ingenuity and innovation, but also represented a new age of luxury and opulence. Take, for instance, the Hindenburg. A marvel of German engineering, the Hindenburg stood as the zenith of airship technology. Longer than 3 football fields, it was a floating palace that promised a level of comfort and elegance previously unheard of in air travel. Imagine strolling through a promenade with large viewing windows, or sipping cocktails in a swanky bar while floating thousands of feet in the air. Yes, the Hindenburg was not just an airship, it was a dream come true. The idea of airships was not only captivating because of the luxury they offered, but also for the promise of safer transatlantic travel. With their ability to stay afloat even when engines failed, they were seen as a safer alternative to the airplanes of the time. This, combined with their impressive size and grandeur, led to an optimism that airships were the future of long-distance travel. The Hindenburg was the embodiment of this optimism. On its maiden voyage to the United States, it was filled with hopeful passengers, eager to experience the thrill and luxury of airship travel. Little did they know, their excitement was to be short-lived. This was an era of technological marvels, of societal optimism, and of dreams taking flight. Yet every coin has 2 sides. For all the glitz and glamour that airships represented, they also carried with them risks that would soon become all too apparent. As the Hindenburg set off from Germany, filled with hopeful passengers, no one could foresee the tragedy that lay ahead. The dream of airship travel was about to collide with a harsh reality, marking a turning point in the history of aviation. With the departure from Germany, a new chapter of airship travel was set to begin. The Hindenburg, a symbol of human innovation and ambition, was ready for its voyage across the Atlantic. This was not merely a journey, but a testament to the progress of an era, a graceful dance between technology and the boundless sky. The airship, filled with hopeful passengers, rose into the sky with a majesty that commanded respect. The sight of its ascent was awe-inspiring, a testament to human ingenuity. The passengers aboard were not just travelers, but pioneers on a futuristic voyage, a journey that promised to redefine the way we traverse the world. As the Hindenburg sailed through the vastness of the sky, the passengers reveled in the excitement of the journey. The air was filled with anticipation. Conversations buzzed with tales of new beginnings, adventures waiting to be embarked upon, and dreams waiting to be realized. The airship was not just a vehicle, it was a microcosm of human aspirations. The journey started smoothly. The airship glided over the ocean, a behemoth floating effortlessly, dwarfing the vastness of the waters below. The crew worked diligently, ensuring the comfort of the passengers, their faces etched with pride and responsibility. Every aspect of the journey seemed to mark the beginning of a new epoch of travel. But the journey was not just about the destination. It was about the experience of travel itself. The luxuries aboard the Hindenburg were unparalleled. It was a floating palace, offering the finest in dining, entertainment, and accommodation. The passengers reveled in this unique experience, a journey that was as much about the voyage as it was about the destination. The Hindenburg moved steadily, slicing through the air with an elegance that belied its enormous size. As days passed, the excitement remained, with passengers eager to reach the new world. But as the Hindenburg approached its destination, ominous storm clouds gathered. Little did they know the journey that started with such promise was about to take a tragic turn. A threatening weather front loomed as the Hindenburg approached Lakehurst. The usually serene skies took on a menacing demeanor, a dark palette that mirrored the impending disaster. Despite the ominous clouds gathering overhead, the decision was made to proceed with the landing. The airship, a paragon of human ingenuity and aspiration, was on a collision course with destiny. The Hindenburg, with its majestic silhouette, was like a silver fish swimming against the current of a stormy sea. Commanding the skies, it approached its mooring mast with an air of defiance against the elements. But the airship was no match for Mother Nature's wrath. The atmospheric tension was palpable, the air thick with electricity, and the gusty winds added to the growing sense of unease. As the behemoth neared its docking point, the crew began the usual procedures. Ropes were dropped, and ground handlers scrambled to secure the airship. A mundane routine turned deadly on this fateful evening. The scene was set, a tableau of anticipation tinged with unease. Suddenly, a spark, almost insignificant, yet it held within it the power to end the era of airship travel. The spark ignited the hydrogen gas that filled the Hindenburg, turning the pride of the skies into a fireball. The flames spread rapidly, engulfing the airship in a fiery blaze that lit up the evening sky. The Hindenburg, once a symbol of progress and luxury, was now a tragic spectacle of destruction. The disaster unfolded in mere moments, but to those who witnessed it, time seemed to stretch, each second filled with horror and disbelief. The grandeur of the Hindenburg was reduced to a blazing inferno, a grim testament to the perils of flying too close to the sun. The catastrophe was a shocking reminder of the delicate balance between human ambition and the relentless forces of nature. It marked a tragic end to the golden age of airships, a period of innovation and optimism that was eclipsed by a single, devastating event. And then, in a horrific instant, the Hindenburg was engulfed in flames. A sudden blaze transformed the Hindenburg from a marvel of technology into a terrifying inferno. The majestic airship, a modern titan of the skies, was engulfed in flames in a matter of moments. The orange and red tongues of fire danced violently across the fabric skin of the Hindenburg, their heat so intense it seemed as though the very air around the airship was alight. The world watched in horrified silence as the pride of Germany's airship fleet became an ominous symbol of destruction. The fire spread with a terrifying speed, leaving no chance for those on board to comprehend the catastrophe unfolding before their eyes. The once luxurious passenger cabins were now deadly traps, their opulence rendered meaningless in the face of the raging inferno. Panic ensued as men, women, and children scrambled in the chaos, their cries echoing through the burning airship. Yet amid the pandemonium, heroes emerged. Crew members, driven by duty and courage, fought against the flames to evacuate the passengers. Every second mattered in this race against time. They guided disoriented passengers through smoke-filled corridors, their hearts pounding as the Hindenburg descended rapidly towards the ground. Onlookers watched, frozen in shock, as the blazing airship plummeted. The ground crew, initially prepared for a routine mooring, now found themselves in a life-saving operation. With utter disregard for their own safety, they ran towards the fiery wreckage, their hands reaching out to pull survivors from the inferno. The Hindenburg, once a symbol of ambition and progress, was reduced to a smoldering skeleton. The tragedy was a grim reminder of the risks that come with pushing the boundaries of technological innovation. Yet, in the face of disaster, the human spirit shone through. The bravery and selflessness of those who risked their lives to save others underscored the indomitable will of humanity to survive and help others in times of crisis. In less than a minute, the airship was reduced to a smoldering wreckage. The once great Hindenburg was no more, its fiery end marking a tragic chapter in the annals of air travel. Yet its legacy would live on, a stark reminder of the perils of unbridled ambition and the courage of those who faced the disaster with unwavering bravery. The world watched in shock as the dream of airship travel burned. In the aftermath of the Hindenburg disaster, the world was left to grapple with the harsh reality of its technological ambitions. The once gilded image of airship travel was forever marred by the image of the Hindenburg engulfed in flames. In the wake of this catastrophe, the airship era came to a sudden and tragic end. The promise of luxurious transatlantic voyages, encapsulated by the grandeur of the Hindenburg, was replaced by a haunting reminder of the fragility of human life and the potential dangers of pushing the boundaries of technology. The focus of air travel shifted towards airplanes, marking the beginning of a new era. This shift was more than just a change in technology, it was a turning point in history, a moment that redefined our relationship with the skies. The grand airships that once symbolized progress and innovation gave way to the practical, safer, and more reliable airplanes. This marked a shift in our aspirations, from the pursuit of grandeur and luxury to the pursuit of safety and efficiency. Yet, the legacy of the Hindenburg disaster extends beyond the realm of aviation. It serves as a potent reminder of the human cost of technological ambition. It underscores the delicate balance between progress and caution, between reaching for the skies and keeping our feet firmly grounded in the reality of potential risks. Today, the memory of the Hindenburg disaster is kept alive in memorials and archives around the world. These sites serve as poignant reminders of the disaster, linking the past to the present, inviting us to reflect upon our history and learn from our past. As we stand on the threshold of new technological frontiers, The Hindenburg disaster serves as a stark reminder of the need for a measured approach to innovation. It is a testament to the human cost of unchecked ambition, a reminder that progress should never come at the expense of human life. The Hindenburg disaster stands as a stark reminder of the human cost of technological ambition,